Edut is Hebrew for testimony. And do you know what Edut also looks like? Edit. So I'm launching a new brand called Edut. Testimony can mean the personal work that God's done in your life and the story that goes along with that. And our mission is to tell those stories in order to make the world a better place through the art of film editing, and to teach and disciple other editors to do the same. I met one of my favorite creators at a conference named Adrian, and his #1 editing tip was
write your edit down on paper. It saves so much time.
So we're going to make a brand film for my new brand Edut, and I'm going to show you how to edit before you edit. This film is brought to you by Millanote. So I want to walk you through a little tour of Millanote right now. This is the secret sauce, y'all. And if you haven't heard of Millanote, it's a tool to organize creative projects. You can add notes, images, links, documents, pretty much anything, all in one place to visually organize your work. So how in the world do you edit before you edit? If we go into the Edit brand film right here, here's a tour of the film. Right here we have the little description of how it's gonna look. Grainy, textured, rich in color, deeply cinematic. Handcrafted, organic, that's the vibes. If you need to contact somebody, I can contact myself right there. There's a bunch of different templates in Millanote which are amazing, and there's a few different templates that I used to make it all happen. So here's just a film template. Like, this is the stuff you have, you're about the film, inspiration, all of these cards and all of these columns and little boards. But we got some music. It's beautiful. We can even just listen to the music while we look at all of this stuff. Here is the full script right here in the board. We have ideas, so here's just a few mental images that I had that I was like, okay, how can I put this into the film? This is how it starts. So it's pretty cool. Okay, that's our ideas. And then I had a mood board, which unfortunately, we're heading out to go film this really bright and sunny piece. And this is what it looks like outside, which is great. It was not sunny whatsoever, and this is a very sunny type film. So we still captured a lot of macro close-ups, some nature, warm filmic vibes. I just used a template for the mood board. I could actually pick what color I wanted using a color dropper. So I just click the color, I can use a little drop tool, click on one of the images, and boom, now I have that color. And so it's a really easy way to create color palettes and just visually create a cohesive piece in seconds. Then we have the storyboard, which kind of acts as a shot list. This is where the real meat comes in. This is the secret sauce. This is how you edit before you edit. In order to create the storyboard, I went through and just visualized the whole film and tried to find shots that emulated that. And I would go back and forth from the script to the film. So I have a voiceover and then just little bullet points of how to visualize what that is saying. I used Flim, which is film, but you switch the I and the L, .ai, a nice image database. Just copy and pasted them into the storyboard and then just went one shot at a time. And so for this storyboard, I actually used the shot list template. So all you do is you open up a new board and a bunch of templates pop up that you can use. I click shot list. So for every shot, I put in basically the image so I can see, okay, this is kind of what I want it to look like. And then if there was a VO line during that shot, I would put that line in there. So for example, on shot 2 here, I always believed in the power of story. And then once I was finished with every shot, I went and used the draw tool and just did a little check. I edited the entire film in my head before even shooting, before opening up editing software, anything like that. So now when I'm editing, all I have to do is find the clip that I filmed, plug it into the piece, and we're good to go. It makes editing a million times faster. Definitely use Millanote to create some digital storyboards. But just the fact too that I can have an overview, I can have references, I can have a mood board, storyboard, I can listen to the music while I'm envisioning the whole film. This is such a hack, such an amazing hack. So definitely check out Millanote if you want to be able to make everything so much more efficient, especially if you're a director, cinematographer. I'm actually using it right now to create a logo for this brand too, with a graphic designer. Hit the link in the description if you want to download Millanote and get organized and feeling great about your edit, about your creative project, about your film, whatever it is. All right, let's go to my least favorite place of all time, set. It scares me. It's really scary. It's raining a lot and we have to hike like a while to get all the way up into that mountain to shoot. It's not gonna happen today. It's not looking good. So we just found a new location. I'm here with my friend Matt. Peyton, he's doing BTS. Hi! And we found a river thanks to Matt's genius. And so it's not raining here right now also, which is great. So we're gonna film some stuff here and hopefully it turns out great.
Despite it not being sunny, we followed our storyboard from Millanote and captured pretty much everything we needed.
Here we have the Jordan Orm climbing a tree in his natural habitat.
Film this, babe. This is good.
This is one of the most alpha filming techniques.
Yeah, putting her up, baby.
We got what we came for, and now it's time to head home. We're back from the field, it's time to edit. Let's get the project set up, let's import the footage. Pull our music in, and then we're gonna take a look at those Millanote boards as our Lego instructions to put it all together. Okay, so we have everything imported. I did a really quick color grade because I hate looking at footage that is ugly. So now we're going to go ahead and pull selects. I like to take my favorite parts of the footage and put them up on V2 from this string out. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch all the footage and do that. You gotta rock out to some music, you know, while you're pulling selects, because, you know, at this point the audio doesn't matter too much. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna walk you through the whole process for the first 15 to 30 seconds of the film so you can get the full gist. And then I'm gonna end up finishing the film afterwards. Okay, so we now finished our selects. They look beautiful. Now I'm gonna record my voiceover. So I didn't actually have a mic on set and I wanted to try to do this ADR type thing. And ADR means automatic dialogue replacement. So I'm actually gonna re-record all the lines. So let's get our voice actor hat on. Here we go. I've always believed in the power of story. Ever since I first sat down to create a film, I knew there was something deeper. The world needs stories of hope, of truth, of redemption. This is my mission, our mission. Okay. Now let's add some music. I sometimes like to try a bunch of different music. I'll just play it at the beginning. I think that's gonna be good for once we ramp it up a little bit. What else do we have? I also love this. This is very magical sounding. I like to put the VO during the gaps of the music, so they're not on top of each other, they slowly interweave. I've always believed in the power of story. Ever since I first sat down to create I'm probably gonna end up using all of these songs or little pieces of each of them for different parts of the video. I actually really like this one a lot. Shoot, okay. I think it's between that one and this. I've always believed in the power of story. Ever since I first sat down to create a film. Okay, so now here's where the real fun begins. All right, backwards hat because we're about to get crazy. The hard part is now done. All we have to do is just follow the instructions. So we're gonna go to Millanote, head to our storyboard, and just look at our intro shots. So first up, we have the shot of the match. And then we get to do a literal match cut. So I like to pancake my timelines like this. And all I have to do is just drag my match shot to the beginning. And there we go. I've always believed in the power of story. Next, we're gonna match cut the match to the sun streaming through the trees. Now, unfortunately, it was a cloudy day, so we didn't really have much sun at all. So I have this shot, not too bad, and this one I believe too. Now, I do wanna match cut the light to the light. maybe punch in a little bit and try to make the match cut work. So then it goes boom, 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 boom. There we go. In the storyboard, I have whether it's sound effects or script. So here we go. I always believed in the power of story for this first line. Look at that. I've always believed in the power of story. All right, now next up, we have 2 shots that have sound effects. Going from tree to water motion. Whoosh. We're probably gonna need a whoosh. Just following the instructions. I think it might be a little whip in like this. Okay, here's one of them. That's when I was running around with the camera, just looking like a doofus. Start super bright, till down into darkness, and then start to from darkness, whipping across into the water. But honestly, the whoosh that's from the camera is decent, so I'm just gonna live with that. Ever since. Okay, so we have our first 4 shots in. Next we have, okay, these are the shots we're missing. We're gonna figure it out, maybe find an insert, and then we're gonna show a wide of me. So what line is supposed to be said here? Ever since I first sat down to create a film. Let's find our shot. I'm kind of digging these hand inserts, slightly introducing like, oh, there's a person here, but I can't see them. I'm just super tight on these water droplets. I don't mind that. Next is something magical happening. And originally I had this just being a water shot. I might use this hand shot because I really love this shot and I want to show more of it. Something more than just putting footage together. I know I need to have a little scene of me editing in the woods. If you're editing and your director doesn't shoot exactly what they say, you can get the idea of what they were going for and still execute on that based on the footage you have without being like, oh my goodness, you didn't shoot some of this stuff. Now the whole thing is ruined. But because we have a plan, I'm not freaked out. I know, okay, we have a little scene here about filming and then we're gonna cut to a drone shot at the end. So all I need is a little filming scene and then we'll cut to a drone shot at the end here. I know I'm gonna want an overhead shot and it's probably gonna be this one. So I'm gonna grab that one.
Yeah, hold on. Yep.
Try this. I don't love this shot. Might switch it out for something else. Now on the word see, I'm gonna cut to the eye because the eye is the thing that sees, so that's a nice motivated cut. Now I also don't love this shot either, so maybe we're gonna use something else. And now we are going to use our drone shot, so we can get this big scale from all these close shots, contrast that with a big wide shot. I like this one best. It's so fast to edit this, it's just plug and play, guys. It's so easy. All right, so I'm gonna make a few little tweaks and then we're gonna add some extra sound design to take it up a notch. So that's pretty much it. We got ourselves a film in a jiffy. I've always believed in the power of story. Ever since I first sat down to create a film, I knew there was something deeper, something magical happening, something more than just putting footage together. I was shaping the way people see the world. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much the whole shebang. That's how I take a ton of the stress out of editing. Edit before you edit, guys. Storyboard, plan out if you can. Ask for storyboards from your director. Even if they didn't do any of this planning process and you're editing a project, make a board. You can even take stills of certain scenes and start rearranging them virtually. Millanote is useful in a million different ways. It's free to try. The link's in the description. So edit before you edit and enjoy a way easier, stress-free process. God bless you guys. Peace. Okay, all right, I think the video's over. It's done now. So you can leave. Get out of here. Scram! Why are you still here? Go! Get off of YouTube.com.